Hello everybody, Andy here from Glass Half Dead, the #1 kill team channel on YouTube. Unless, of course, you're aware of literally any other channel on YouTube. It's actually getting pretty embarrassing for me at this point, but let's just not dwell, right? Let's not dwell. So, where are the rumours? Where's the news? As a channel that lives or dies, gets its best views from news and reading a Warhammer community page, you better be right that I am paying attention to rumours and where they're coming from and how often we're getting them. And guys, we've got nothing. I love it. I really like not knowing what's coming. I want to be clear on that. And we don't know what's coming. No, keep talking, Andy. Jesus Christ, don't make a joke. And I think I know when we are going to be getting the information. So very interestingly, March the 25th till the 30th, I think, maybe it's the 29th, Adepticon. That's next Wednesday till next Sunday. There is Adepticon, which is not Gen Con, is it? So it's not like lots of stuff. It's primarily a 40k event. That is going to be the largest tournament there. It's not a GW run event, but GW does tend to run their own kind of preview shows at these things. We know they do it at Nova, although I think that might actually be a GW event now. Don't take my word for it. Some people get very upset when I say that. Drama. And then they've also done it for things like LVO, etc. in the past, which is not a GW event, as I've been firmly corrected in the past. But we have Adepticon, and you might think, normally, about a week before they do that, GW will put on their website, hey, we're doing a big preview show. Come along, and you can watch it on their Twitch, their YouTube, or even just straight on Warcom, right? And then, as it goes live on the thing, it gets shown there. But they haven't done that this time. And that's weird, right? Because, where is it? It should be on their Warcom website. It isn't, therefore they're not doing it, is what one could assume. Except, Adepticon actually has what's it called? A program. And it turns out, 8 PM till 10 PM at local time, who knows what that is, I don't care, they are doing something called the Warhammer Preview. And that means very clearly that we are going to get previews for Warhammer, and it's a 2-hour slot. So whatever we would have gotten before, we are going to get there. Nice. What does that mean? It means we're going to get Kill Team. There you go. They're probably going to do 40k and Age of Sigmar and the Old World and Legion Imperialis and all that shit games, but they are bad games. Kill Team is a good game that I would like people to care more about. That's why I think the other games are kind of shit. They're mired in legacy issues that, frankly, I could do a whole video complaining about. Kill Team, actually a good game, and therefore I'm quite excited to think what we're going to get next. Yes, I did just say sync. I meant to say think, and then see, and they became sync. So that's great. Got to kill time somehow, right? So there you go. We're going to get... Oh, sorry. I'm saying things as if I know. I'm guessing. We have a Warhammer preview show. They might not. They don't always do it for Kill Team. There was one box that just dropped out of nowhere. I think it was actually the Sanctifiers with the Flesh and Blood. Blood and Zeal? Blood and Zeal. And it was just... There was no preview show. It was just on a random Tuesday. They said, this is the next box. They might do that. We don't know. We don't know. However, I think we're going to get it at Adepticon. And I think the way it's going to be done, assuming that they're not streaming it or doing a proper preview show live stream that they tend to do, and they're making it a Adepticon special for some reason, means that we're just going to get it, like, so that Adepticon will get it at 8 to 10. And then after that's done, in the morning, the next day at the normal time, which they post at 1, 2, and 3 GMT, we will just get, here's the box. So it will seem to us as if it is coming out of nowhere, but actually it will be pre-leaked from people that are at Adepticon the night before, but it will then release normally on the Thursday. That's my guess. That's my speculation. Or, of course, Warcom will just say, hey, here's as soon as that preview show finishes, then they will just give us the stuff, which they have done before as well. They did that years ago now for Warhammer Fest. People that went to Warhammer Fest in Manchester in the UK, we got to see the narrative expansion that I can't remember the name of at this point. And then basically as soon as that preview show was over, everybody else got to see it like an hour after. So that was fine. There you go. Now, with that said, that's the thing. That's it. We're going to find out what the next box is Wednesday. Cool. But I wanted to quickly say there's another thing I've recently been seeing. People saying, I think it's going to be this. And I've seen mega knobs being thrown around a lot. Now, as someone with a mega knob, I wanted to talk to you about why I don't think that's going to be accurate. Somebody said, hey, I've seen Valrak has said mega knobs. I thought, that's super cool. That's awesome. A mega knobs box would be what, 3 mega knobs? And what, 2 grots? Because these are full Terminator. I'd love this. Just to be clear, if this is true, I'd love this team. I love orcs. Mega knobs are awesome. They would be full Terminators in essence, but in kill team, right? They'd be absolutely awesome. I would love this. However, I don't think so, because when they said that, I hadn't heard this anywhere else, but that's fine. Valrak always has the first rumors. So I was like, okay, let's not just make a video. Let's go and see what he said, because you never know. I went and I watched the video. The only time he's mentioned mega knobs, and correct me if I'm wrong, by the way, if there is a specific video that isn't what I'm about to say, please tell me, and that's going to be my next video. But so I tracked it down. I watched a few of his videos to find the one, and the one in which he is saying it's like he puts it across as saying, hey, my audience has wanted more kill team rumors, so here you go. But that's not what he says. He says you guys want more kill team, so here's what I think we might be getting for every faction over the next 11th edition, and then like what that could be. And all he does, so he phrases it this way. He's not saying these are coming. He's saying these are possible. And he's very clear if you watch the video. He's just pointing out kits that haven't been refreshed. That's it. So yes, mega knobs could be it. But he also goes on to say things like, whatever, I can't think of any off the top of my head at the moment, but he was doing it for every Imperium faction, every Chaos faction, every Xenos faction. He was just basically looking at things that are very old kits, or that are still fine cost, or were just cut from a codex, and said, this could be a kill team. Awesome. It wasn't even pitched as a rumor. So anybody saying mega knobs, I don't see it. And I'm really sad about that. I would love mega knobs. 3 dudes and then 2 little dudes? Amazing. I'd be there. What would that be? That would have to be like 2-up save, obviously, because they're a Terminator. But if it's really, really 3 dudes, you've got to be at least 25 wounds, right? Like, you'd have to be the toughest archers in the game. I would have to guess, right? Anyway, this isn't really a full deep dive on mega knobs, but that would be a really cool team, just to throw that out there. Cool, right, that's it. I just wanted to say, guys, it's probably coming next Wednesday, because it has been a long time. Oh, I suppose I could also point out that this is roughly the correct time for it to come as well. We had February the 7th was when Shadowhunt released. That's February, beginning of Feb. March, April, May. We're just coming into, the end of May. The end of March. It's about now that we would be getting a reveal show, assuming that we get the release in March. There you go. It's roughly in line. We never have exact times from reveal to release. This would be a bit early. I was thinking 11th might shuffle it forwards, but actually this is the perfect timing. So we would have it drop in March, and then June will be 11th. There you go. And maybe they want to get the reveal out of the way first, because obviously in the build up to the release of 11th, they are not going to talk about anything else. Yeah, like it's just going to be a month solid of nothing but 11th edition hype. They're not even going to mention their other products. It's just going to be that. It's going to be horrifying. Don't worry, guys. I'm still going to be playing Kill Team. I even to the point that I'm not going to touch 11th. I don't give a shit about it at all, unless they've changed to alternating activations. But sneaky insider tip: they haven't. I have no insider information. I just know they haven't. So there you go. Yeah, so there you go. It's roughly in line. It's about the correct time. 11th is going to push things forwards a little bit. So yeah. And if it isn't announced at Adepticon, then it's probably just going to randomly turn up on a Tuesday in about 3 weeks' time. Cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I will see you, presumably, fucking on Wednesday. Very excited for whatever the new box will be. Cheers. Bye.